Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending today's webinar. EMERG Student Outreach Program presented by Brandy Adams at AMP. Before we begin, we want to cover a few housekeeping items. All participants are muted. This session is being recorded and will be posted online. If you have any questions, please type them in the Q&A tab, and we will address those questions at the end of the presentation. This is an 8-week training series, and this is the second week. Please consider the other 6 scheduled topics and sign up for those. Without further delay, I would like to introduce Brandy Adams, Program Specialist of EMERG Student Outreach at AMP. Welcome, Brandy.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you everyone for joining us. Today I'm going to go through each program under EMERG and outline opportunities for chapters to partner with us to accomplish your outreach and engagement goals locally. We hope to show you how EMERG aligns with your chapter's goals to cultivate the next generation of professionals in your community, teach you new ways to attract and support the next generation of industry professionals, and let you know who you can contact to partner with EMERG and support these programs. EMERG is an acronym that defines a life cycle in which we hope to engage with students in their early education years, magnetize high school students with information to attract them to our industry, educate and prepare students to enter the workforce, raise skill sets through continuous professional development, and guide students and younger professionals through mentoring. EMERG provides resources to students of all ages, adults and veterans, to transition into a career in the materials protection industry. Now I'm going to take you through each of our programs so you can see how each one fits into the EMERG model and help you identify which programs most closely align with the goals set within your chapter to strengthen the future of our industry. Reaching students at an early age is becoming more and more important as we focus on community outreach. Last year, we launched SOAR, a collection of useful materials to help members participate in local school activities and increase AMP outreach and community engagement. Included are simple experiments, tips and tricks for volunteers, and other great materials to help you excite young students about coatings and corrosion as you participate or host events for young learners, such as Career Day at a local elementary school. You can access SOAR anytime through the AMP chapter resources page and the EMERG website. The materials are downloadable and easy to use. SOAR is also translated in Spanish. Both links are shown here, and I'll wait a couple of seconds to give everyone time to scan if you'd like. The Corrosion Toolkit, or C-Kit, features 6 experiments for a stimulating learning experience for advanced science students, as well as hands-on curriculum for high school teachers to challenge, inspire, and educate their students on coatings and corrosion concepts. The C-Kit includes some materials needed to perform the experiments, plus a complete teacher's guide with full procedures, real-world applications, study questions, lab extensions, and more. All experiments can be completed using common household items and include great visuals to demonstrate basic and complex corrosion and coatings concepts. The C-Kit experiments are the foundation for our EMERG Student Camp, which is held during annual conference. This is an opportunity to bring in high school students for an immersive experience in the coatings and corrosion industry. Students will hear from industry professionals, perform the experiments presented by our master teachers, and explore the show floor. And for the first time, the EMERG Student Camp will take place on the show floor at Annual Conference in Denver 2023. AMP awards over $140,000 in scholarships each year through EMERG's scholarship program. Scholarships are funded by corporate members, AMP chapters, private donors, and general donations. Scholarships are offered to full-time college students, and each opportunity may target a unique group such as geographic location, area of study, or level of education. Scholarships are an excellent way to support young people in your area as they embark on a career in the coatings and corrosion industry. All scholarship recipients are invited to AMP Annual Conference to be recognized at the Scholarship Awards Ceremony and Emerging Leadership Bash. Student attendance at AMP Annual Conference is an important way to support the next generation of industry professionals. EMERG's Travel Assistance Program offers funds to scholarship recipients, presenters in the student poster session, and presenters of a paper in the technical program. This is a unique incentive to encourage participation in technical programs during AMP Annual Conference and build a strong student base for our industry. In the interest of enticing and encouraging students to attend AMP Annual Conference, EMERG is creating a student track that will kick off in Denver in 2023. Each session will contain content geared towards students to give them a clearer understanding of our industry and give them tools to use as they graduate and apply for jobs. Sessions for the student track will include a networking event, career fair, student lounge, student meetings, and much more. Students aren't the only beneficiaries of EMERG's programs. Our workforce development program supports U.S. veterans looking to further their career or enter the industry. The workforce development program is a guided learning experience that upon completion will give job seekers a strong foundation and tangible set of skills to pursue a successful career beyond the military. AMP chapter members and leaders can support this program by serving as mentors to local veterans, participating in the program, or sponsor a local veteran that has applied. Another great program for young and seasoned professionals is AMP's Member Leader Development Program. AMP members ready to ascend as leaders, not only in their job and industry, but also within the association, can participate in a unique program that will give them tools to succeed as a leader. Content for this program includes strategic planning, diversity and inclusion, association management and governance, coaching and developing others, emotional intelligence, and more. If you know of AMP members that are looking to expand their engagement in the association, encourage them to apply to participate. Applications open in the fall of each year. Now I'm proud to introduce the amazing EMERG team. You can contact any one of us for more information about our programs, including how you can participate or support them. Kim Ray is EMERG's director and our team's leader. Kim oversees all programming and funding and is the primary contact for the Member Leader Development Program. Heather Lowry is a manager and primary contact for all fundraising events in the student track at AMP Annual Conference. Christine Lazo is a program specialist and manages the Scholarship and Travel Assistance Workforce Development Program and Career Fair at AMP Annual Conference. I'm Brandy Adams, a program specialist for the CKIT program, EMERG Student Camp, and SOAR Materials. We're excited to see how we can work with more chapters to accomplish our goals to increase engagement and outreach for the future of our industry. Thank you for your time, and I'll let Cindy take it from here for questions.
Thank you, Brandy. We will go ahead and start with some questions. The first one is, what is the benefit in EMERG running our scholarships?
Hi, Cindy, it's Christine. I can hop in here. In fact, I had the pleasure of speaking with a couple chapter chairs the other day and went through this. The ultimate response is it takes a whole heck of a lot of work off your plate. It takes a great deal to facilitate accepting applications, reviewing applications, scoring them, and then from what I understand, processing payments, because then you have to write checks to each individual. We oversee all of that. We do have one platform that does it. It's called Academic Works. And I am happy to connect with anybody one-on-one. We can have a phone call, and I can certainly go into more details for you, but the bottom line is it makes your life a lot easier.
Thank you, Christine. The next one is, how do we purchase a C-kit?
C-kits can be purchased in the AMP online store. And we do have bulk pricing if you're looking to buy a lot at once, or you can just buy one if that's what you need. They are $50 each, and they are for sale in the AMP online store.
Thank you, Brandy. The next one, an officer has asked, can you show us the score material?
Sure, we can certainly go through some of the SOAR materials and kind of give a little overview of what's included. So I'm going to change my screen. Cindy, if you could confirm that you see the SOAR materials now.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so this is an online program where we've been storing a bunch of resources to make sure that if someone has any questions about what they can access, what they can educate students about, how we talk to kids, that sort of thing. That's where we have all this information. So this is kind of the table of contents, if you will, where you can hop around. Once you're familiar with the resources, you might just want to jump straight to where you're looking to go. But we outline how you talk to a teacher, what sort of events may be something you'd like to participate in, and how you are going to engage the students. How do you get them excited? So we take it step by step from reaching out to a teacher, or maybe you're familiar enough with the school where you know an event's going to happen. Whatever avenue you're looking for, that's where these materials would be helpful for you. The types of, I'm kind of skipping along here, getting to the experiments. So we have 2 experiments currently included. Now these are for our much younger learners. These are more visual experiments, very fast to demonstrate, and easy talking points for students to see and understand what the basic concept is. We have a summary of each of our experiments, so you can very quickly see what it entails and if it's going to be right for the event you're hosting and the grade level. And if again, just basic summary of what the concept is that the demonstration shows, and then we can access the actual full experiment from here. And this is printable and downloadable, has the full procedures, safety information, and the observations that are basically talking points on the day of. We have some extensions for a little bit more advanced learners who might be more familiar with the actual chemical reaction that is happening and that they're seeing. So you can use these larger words and bigger concepts if you're the students you're speaking to are a little bit older than elementary school age. So this is kind of the layout of the way the experiments are within SOAR. This is our second experiment. This one is a little more simplified, even more. We looked around, excuse me. And so again, we can launch the experiment, have the full procedures, full information, talking points, observations, and how to demonstrate this for the students. And as we go through, Inspector Protector is something that is online. This is actually in the C-Kits as well, and it can be purchased at the online AMP store. But this is something we put in here because, again, for younger students, this is something that's very exciting. This is a neat little story about corrosion and saving the day with corrosion, fun concepts, just something to excite kids and to get them excited in what we're all talking about when we get in front of students. Another thing we wanted to remind everyone who's getting in front of students, tell them about yourself, tell them about your job, bring tools, bring some of the fun things that would get the kids excited and get them asking questions and think what you're doing is just so cool. That's one of the things we always want to tell people is talk about yourself and how you got where you are in the industry. And another big point is feedback for this. We want SOAR to keep growing. We want it to include more and more materials that can help our members get in front of students and educate young kids and get them into the industry, get them excited about science and STEM, and share photos with us, all of our social media. And certainly if you use SOAR, and we'd love to hear about it and get feedback on what we can change, what worked out great, or what we could add. Have any more questions, Cindy?
Yes, we do. The following question is, does AMP have someone to help train on the C-Kits and help with the demo for students?
One of the things that we actually do at conference, we began it last year in San Antonio, and we're going to have it again in Denver, is on Tuesday of the conference. We'll be on the show floor this year, so you can't miss us. We'll be in the student area. We are actually going to have our master teachers on hand with all the experiments laid out, and AMP members can come through as they have time and see all the experiments in action. Talk to the master teachers. They have amazing tips on how you can perform the experiments, which ones are right for you, and you have the time with the master teachers to ask all the questions about the C-Kits. So that event is very helpful. We had a really great feedback last year from it, so it's something we're going to keep for Denver, and that's a really great opportunity to learn the C-Kits, learn how to perform the experiments, how to talk to the students, and really get a feel for what to expect from the experiments and how to see them set up live. So yes, absolutely, we have that training available at conference.
Thank you. The following question is the program only for U.S. citizens, or is there a possibility it would involve students from other countries?
EMERG EMERG as a whole is international. So we support students all over the world, partnering with other chapters locally. Each program definitely has a component that has support for students in other countries. And I think if there's a specific program or arm of the program or area, we'd be happy to touch base and get more information to you so that we can get that branched out more. But all of these programs, with the exception of Workforce Development Program, are global, and we're constantly looking for opportunities to expand that and support more students around the world.
Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, everyone, for attending this webinar. For any additional questions, please bring these over to the community of interest, and we will answer those for this session. Thank you.